Welcome, eco-warriors and tech enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the digital deep end of environmental solutions. Tom, ready to make some waves?
Always, Mark. Though I hope we're not just creating a tempest in a teapot. Or should I say, a typhoon in a tablet.
Huh. Well, today's topic is anything but small potatoes. We're tackling the challenge of ensuring equitable access to AI-driven environmental solutions. It's like trying to give everyone a slice of the digital pie while making sure the Earth doesn't become a baked apple. Let's start with the elephant in the room, or should I say, the mammoth in the metaverse. The digital divide is real, folks, and it's not just about who has the latest iPhone.
Absolutely, Mark. We're talking about a gap wider than the Grand Canyon when it comes to access to AI-driven environmental tech. It's like some countries are playing Sim City, while others are stuck with an Etch-a-Sketch.
Exactly. And it's not just a north-south thing. Even within countries, you've got urban areas with 5G, while rural folks are still trying to get a stable dial-up connection. Remember those days, Tom?
Oh, the sweet symphony of modem sounds. But jokes aside, this divide has serious implications. We're talking about AI that could predict crop yields, manage water resources, or even detect illegal logging. Without access, some communities are fighting climate change with one hand tied behind their back.
And let's not forget, it's not just about having the tech. It's about having the know-how to use it effectively. It's like giving someone a supercomputer to play Minesweeper. So, Tom, how do we start dismantling these barriers? It's not like we can just airdrop some AI and call it a day.
Well, Mark, it's a multi-pronged approach. First, we need to focus on developing AI solutions that are more adaptable and scalable. Think of it as the Swiss Army knife of environmental tech, versatile enough to work in diverse contexts.
Right, so instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, we're talking about AI that can operate with limited resources or spotty internet connections, like a digital MacGyver making do with what's available.
Exactly. And we can't forget about the human element. We need to invest in education and training programs. It's not enough to give someone a fishing rod if they don't know how to fish, or in this case, an AI if they don't know how to use it.
That's a great point, Tom. It reminds me of a project I worked on in Southeast Asia. We introduced an AI system for predicting flash floods, but it took months of training and community engagement before it was truly effective. You can't just drop tech from the sky and expect miracles. Now let's talk about the role of governments and international bodies in all this. Tom, I know you've got some thoughts on this.
Oh, do I ever, Mark? It's time for policymakers to level up. We need regulatory frameworks that incentivize the development and deployment of inclusive AI solutions. It's like creating a cheat code for equitable access.
Love the gaming analogy, Tom. So we're talking about policies that encourage tech companies to create solutions for underserved areas? Like a side quest with real-world rewards?
Exactly. And we need international cooperation, too. Imagine a global alliance for AI access, like the environmental version of the Avengers, but with less spandex and more spreadsheets.
Haha, I'd watch that movie. But seriously, it's crucial to have mechanisms for community engagement too. We can't just impose solutions from the top down. It's about giving communities a voice in how these technologies are implemented and used. All right, Tom, it's time to pull out our trusty Wardley map and make sense of all this. Ready to chart these choppy waters?
Aye, aye, Captain. Let's navigate this digital archipelago and find the treasure of equitable access.
So, looking at our map, we can see that AI-driven environmental solutions are still in the custom-built phase for many regions. That's way up in the Genesis and custom-built quadrants.
Right? And down in the product and commodity quadrants, we've got basic infrastructure and connectivity. The challenge is moving those AI solutions down the map to become more accessible and standardized.
Exactly. And look at how local capacity building and regulatory frameworks are positioned. They're key in bridging that gap and pushing everything towards commoditization. Now let's dive into the draft Wardley map analysis provided. It highlights a crucial point, the need to balance technological advancement with local capacity building and supportive regulatory frameworks.
Absolutely, Mark. It's like trying to build a high-tech treehouse. You need the advanced materials and design, sure, but you also need to make sure the tree can support it and that local kids know how to climb up safely.
Great analogy, Tom. The map really emphasizes how interconnected these elements are. We can't just focus on pushing AI technology forward without considering the supporting infrastructure and human elements.
Right? And the strategic focus on leveraging AI for environmental solutions while addressing equitable access is key. It's not just about creating cool tech. It's about creating sustainable and inclusive solutions.
Exactly. This Wardley map really drives home the point that ensuring equitable access is not just a side quest. It's a critical part of the main storyline if we want to create truly effective AI-driven environmental solutions. Well, folks, we've navigated the choppy waters of equitable access to AI-driven environmental solutions. From bridging digital divides to policy parkour, we've covered it all.
Indeed, Mark. It's clear that ensuring equitable access is not just about fairness. It's about maximizing the potential of AI to tackle our global environmental challenges. After all, climate change doesn't check your zip code before wreaking havoc.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Tom. Remember, listeners, the future of our planet is a multiplayer game. Let's make sure everyone has a controller. Until next time, keep it green and keep it keen.